This is the fabulous Mother Diva, and I am at 2300 Jackson Street, the original home where it all started for the entire Jackson family. And as you all know, I'm the mother ambassador of house music. You're looking at You Heard Radio, and you're also watching the Mother Diva show. We didn't combine our shows, honey, because times are hard. Now, I'm standing here with a legendary musician. He's a bass player, and he is also first cousins to the Jacksons. This is Mr. Keith Jackson.
Hello, how you doing?
And I am just so honored that he allowed us to come out here and talk to him. So what you guys are doing out here, you basically have turned this home into like a legacy and memories of the family.
Yes, exactly.
Now, how did all that get started?
Well, basically, my auntie, Catherine Jackson, she came home and she noticed that when Michael first passed, a lot of people showed their love and they was like writing on the house. They had all kind of teddy bears and everything. We donate that to the kids, of course, but she wanted to make sure that her home was still, her home. So when she come back to visit, she could stay in her own house and not be bothered with the meters so much as going to a hotel. And so my brothers and us, we discussed with her and we came up with the idea to actually do more around the house to make it more memorable for the family as well as for Michael. So that's pretty much. And as you see, it's been a lot of work and she's very happy from the outcome of it, and it really feels like home. 2300 Jackson Street, always home. Yeah.
Now, what was it like, growing up here? Because, the house is obviously, it was 11 people living in this house, and you guys lived obviously very close.
Right.
So, what was that like in terms of, did they have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to use the bathroom line? And, with so many people, how did you manage and organize all that?
Well, actually, it's just, back in the day, you got to understand that, during those times, there were always big families, and we always managed to survive, and this is the outcome of it. I just remember as a kid, my father, he's also a musician, and him and my Uncle Joseph used to play together in a group called the Falcons.
Right.
And so we was always over here for the rehearsals, and I used to watch Mike and them rehearse and perform. My dad also taught Tito and Jermaine, a little licks and stuff, and of course they got, better as they move on to Motown and things like that. But it was just a great time, all of us just being kids, and we said this yard, we used to run around. There was another tree in this yard. We used to climb the trees and run around this whole yard and just have a good time, just do what kids normally do, And it was always music, it was always everybody singing and just having a good time, So those are my memories.
Did you jam with them and you play bass?
Actually, no, I was much too younger then, but I did eventually, as I got older, I began to, I started out playing the drums and percussion because I was always fascinated with the Congo drums because Randy played the Congo drums.
Absolutely.
And so that inspired me. Then also going on the Jackson 5 tours when they was Jackson 5, they used to play over Chicago and just various places. And to be in the audience and watch how the crowd just, absorb the music and how they interact with the crowd and how music just touched everybody just made me, I knew then that I wanted to be a musician. And from that point, as years passed, I was able to tour with Tito Jackson for a few months, and that was a really great experience. And I was really thankful that my cousin Tito gave me that opportunity to perform with him. And now, like I said, I play bass, percussion, and I sing, and I play keys and drums, and a little guitar. I do okay. But it's just that in my family, there's a lot of musicians. Even before Michael and everybody started playing, we also had like great aunts and our grandparents that's always been musically. Music have always been in our families. That's what I'm trying to say, basically from way back in the day, and I think it just passed on through us. And we have more Jacksons that's coming up. This, the very talented. And
you have third and fourth generations. They're all coming.
And there's so many of us. And I tell you, music is our life. And we really enjoy music. And we have other cousins that does other things who are very talented as well. As far as construction, doctors, lawyers. They good things. So, but yes, it's just the family is very rooted in music, and I love it. It's my passion. So yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about the Jackson family picture that you showed me earlier. Of course, we're going to cut this in because we already got footage of the picture. But it was so many Jacksons on that photo. And tell me a little bit of history about where that picture was taken and how that all came about.
You know what? Michael was so gracious and caring to invite the whole family to his ranch. It was just a family day. And even for me, I didn't even know I had that many cousins. You know, and I think that's very important that you know who your people are. And Michael brought all of us together and showed us a great time. And we took that photo when we was in the room. I could remember Michael was just so happy. He was like, my family, I love my family, you know, and he was just, you know, so happy and good spirits, and it just touched everybody. And then on that picture, if you notice, everybody was smiling. You know, Michael said, I love my family, and we all, you know, just and he said, say cheese, and everybody said cheese, and they smiled. It was like,
Wow.
it was just a great experience. Mike really, you know, treated us, you know, like family, you know, and that's one thing about Mike. He's very, very giving, and I never forget that. And I thank him for that.
We were talking earlier off camera because, you know, I often thought that the Jacksons, their heritage was like Spanish or Indian or something. Because, I mean, they look so Cuban. You know, Joseph looks very Cuban,
Right, I
and,
understand.
you know, but you actually, the background is Indian and Irish.
Indian and Irish.
Okay.
For what I was told from my grandparents, who was telling me that, you know, we had my great grandmother was a Cherokee Indian. I want to say that's what I was told by my mom, and Irish, and so the family's it's a melting pot, you know, but still, you know, very strong as a family.
Beautiful, talented family.
Yes, this is a very special and emotional picture for me. This is 1965. My brothers and Michael and his brothers all in this house, and all in this house, the house that you're looking at right here on 2300 Jackson Street. As you can see, I'm Keith. This is me. This is my brother Sean, Trent Jackson, my sister Marie, and Marty, and my other brother Ronnie. And then also you have Michael, Jermaine, Tito, Marlon, and Janet. And as kids, we used to have. I'm sorry, that's Latoya. I am so sorry. That is Latoya. I'm looking at her because it kind of reminds me of Janet when she was. But anyway, that is Latoya. But it's just when we was kids, we used to have a great time, just have fun, you know, and just do things what kids would normally do. And it was very, you know, very happy times, you know. And this picture represents that.
Now tell us a little bit about your band, because I know you play bass.
Yes. The name of my band is called the Triple Dose Band, and it's 5 musicians all together. I have Smoothie Jackson. I have
Another Jackson 5.
Another Jackson. I have Smoothie Jackson who plays lead guitar and vocals. I have Brian Lumford also plays lead guitar and vocals. I have Antoine Robinson on keys, vocals and keys. I have Jeremy Johnson. Actually, I have 3 drummers that I kind of alternate. Jeremy Johnson.
What type of music is it? R&B? Or
Basically, we cover everything, every style of music. And that's one thing that I think is very.
you better start playing some house music.
Some house music, okay. But yeah, we cover pretty much every style of music. You know, we do the jazz, the reggae, the R&B funk. We touch on Michael. We do blues. We do Latin music. So we kind of try to keep the spirit of music of every style alive.
So you guys are like pretty much well-rounded musicians.
Well-rounded musicians, yeah.
And able to play anything. That's one thing that I really try to stress when I talk to people coming into the music industry. You want to be able to be a triple threat, and if you're going to be a musician, you want to be able to play whatever kind of music's out there. Because I work with a lot of DJs, and I'm like, look, you know, you need to know how to spin, you know, Bach and Beethoven, you know, spin blues and classical. You know, if you're going to be a DJ, spin everything. If you're going to be a musician, learn how to play everything. Can you read sheet music as well?
Yes. You know what? It's a funny story. I was in Arizona, and I have been playing music for a long time. We're playing bass guitar, and I came across this young lady named Francine Reed. Well, anyway, it was a jam night, and that's where all the musicians hang out. And me and some of my friends went to the jam night, and so some of my friends was like, "Hey, Keith, you come on, man, yeah, you play." They wanted me to play, and she was like, "Let's play in the key of F." I didn't even know what F was. And so when we started, I'm playing in C somewhere.
I know what F mean.
Right. And when so my friend who did read said, "Hey man, play here," and he showed me where my position is supposed to be. But the funny part about it is when I started out in the wrong key, she turned around like, "Who are you?" And if you're gonna play the blues, you got to play it in the right key, in the key of F. And then once I got the right key, we actually played, and that taught me from that point I need to learn how to read. So I'm self-taught. I taught myself, and I've been doing it for a long time now. So definitely you got to learn how to read. If you read, you can work. You know. So. Yeah.
So where can we see you guys play around town somewhere?
Actually, we do the casinos, the Majestic Star. We do the Horseshoe Casino. We also do various clubs in Cherville, like Northwoods. We perform at Valparaiso, Duffy. So just various clubs, even over in Chicago. Just various clubs. We do private parties and things of that nature. But it's a very great experience for me, and I've been doing it for a long time. And it just music take care of me. You know, if I take care of my instrument, it takes care of me. So that's how.
So, what is it like in terms of the operational situation here? Like on the weekends, you have to come and get all the
Right. Well, basically,
stuff
what we
out.
do with me and my brother Ron do what we basically do is take care of the property, make sure the grass is cut, keep everything watered, and also people come from all over the world, and when they come here, they notice the house and everything and the monument, and we basically sell the T-shirts, the books, all the everything that's coming straight from the family. We want to make sure that the public is getting actual Jackson family memorabilia. So that's it.
I'm glad you brought that up because, the most important thing, I know when we first started talking, I asked you about this because there's so many people out there that are trying to profit off the family. They're trying to profit off of Michael's death. And this is a family-owned business. And, whatever is proceeds that are coming in is going to the Jackson family. And I just really want you to reiterate that because you have so many people out here. It was the same thing when Obama won. Everybody trying to cash in.
And unfortunately that is something that happens and it's kind of out of control right now, but you got to think Mike was very, very powerful man, with his music, and he was loved all over the world. So he's touched everybody and everybody loved Michael. So I can understand that people love Michael, but yet and still you got to understand that when you out here doing that, it's kind of taken away from the reality of where the money should really go, which is to the family and Michael kids. That's the thing. And
he was very charitable. He gave a lot to charity.
Right, and he did. Michael truly did. And like I said, basically, we just want to just keep his legacy alive in a positive way. It's not so much about merchandise or money and like that. Just keeping Michael's legacy very, very positive because he was a very positive man, and he's definitely going to be missed. He's already been missed.
I've often got into conversations with people about Michael and the way I'm a very spiritual person, and I know some people have never heard this before, but I see him as not someone who died but just took off a coat of flesh. And what lived inside of him, which was very deep and very spiritual, Holy Spirit, which hopefully lives inside of all of us, will live on and continue to grow and inspire us. That's pretty much the way I see it. When people come out their body, Keith, they don't like it when people say they gone. So he ain't gone nowhere. He's still here. See, he looked like a little ghost right there. He's still here doing his thing.
We love Michael, and like you said, basically his spirit is still alive, and people that know Michael and enjoy his talent and his gift that God gave him.
Now there are a lot of T-shirts and posters and billboards and all kind of stuff out there, but we got the official seal stamped official King of Pop T-shirt with his mother's label on it, Miss Katherine Jackson.
Yes.
That's archival select limited edition ornate apparel from JacksonSecretVault.com, and it says dry clean only. So don't be trying to throw it in the wash machine and all this kind of stuff. Honey, it's a special.
It's a one of a kind shirt. As you see the picture of Michael, it's Michael performing as always, doing what he loved doing, And on the back is so cool too. You can also see that we have Michael's signature on the back. When I grab that in, I get my arm out the way they can see it. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. This is really cool, and this shirt represents, the family. You're not gonna find this anywhere. If you come here to 2300 Jackson Street, we have different styles of these archive shirts. Excuse me, that my auntie Katie provided for us. So you guys definitely come out 2300 Jackson Street in Gary, the original house. Come and see the house. It's very, very beautiful, and it brings back a lot of memories, and people love Michael as much as we do. And we have the shirts, we have books, we have archive photos, childhood photos, family photos. So come and see us. I appreciate it. All right.
I just want to thank you for taking the time to come out here and talk with us. And if you guys are in the Gary area, 2300 Jackson Street, there are posters, T-shirts. Mrs. Jackson has her book out, and just come by, and support, and show some love and be respectful. be very respectful. You know, that because there's a lot of that going around. So, you know, I'm so glad you took these glasses off. Because when I first met, I said, you know what, you remind me. Remember, we talked on the phone. I said, you have eyes just like Michael. You know, so I feel his spirit is all around here. You know, so we definitely gonna do a follow up with you. Want to come see one of your shows and, you know, continue to support you as a musician. And we'll be right back.